So the next question we got was our favorite fighting games, and then it was kind of a follow up of even if just casually playing, from Bruno
Yep.
Gaspari on Twitter. I'll let Jim go first, but I think I already know what he's gonna say.
Uh, Actually, this one's a really hard one for me to nail down because I don't know. It's almost like game generation to game generation. Like if I'm in the mood to play Sega in a fighting game, then it's going to be Super Street Fighter 2. If I'm playing my PlayStation 2, I'm going to pop in Tekken Tag Tournament, which I probably spent more time on than any PlayStation 2 game. If I'm playing Xbox Live or Dreamcast, I'll be playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So really, in the end, I'd probably just go straight on Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Even though I suck like 10 kinds of shit at it, I still love the hell out of the game.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, it's got all the characters, all the crazy combinations you can do. Still looks beautiful to this day, and it's readily available. Or did it get taken off of Xbox Live? I forget.
I think it's still
it's
there.
still on my console, so they didn't rate me of it like they did Simpsons arcade games. So luckily, I can still play it.
Jim, one I'm actually amazed you didn't say was Smash Brothers. Any form of it.
I like Smash Brothers, but and I spent summers playing Smash Brothers. But I don't know, if I'm just by myself, that's probably not the one I'm going to go to.
Okay.
Or even with and a lot of my friends for some reason don't like Smash. Some really like Smash, so it kind of depends on the crowd when it comes to Smash for me.
Sure. Okay, well, like Jim, it was hard for me because I am one of the, if you want to call it weirdos, that's fine. I prefer to play fighting games probably by myself because some fighting games I'm really good at, others I really suck. But like even in a competitive match, I don't know. It just you tend to stop taking the game so like it doesn't become fun anymore when you're just solely focused on winning. And let's face it, you're not going to be like dangerous and try and play as that shitty character against your friend if you're really trying to beat them. So I play single player. That's just kind of just a little background before I give my answer. But for me, it's always been the Mortal Kombat series, and I can't nail down a single game from the old generation. Trilogy was always my go-to because I grew up the most with that, even though 2 is amazing in its own right. The number of characters in Trilogy was awesome, but playing Mortal Kombat X nowadays, especially XL, holy shit, like that game is ridiculously good. The only other game I will mention that from a fighting game has really lasted with me as far as longevity, Tekken 3. Like Jim, that was a game I played a ton as a child. And I don't know, man, from a 3D game, I do like the Soul Calibur series, and I like some of the other 3D games, but to me, Tekken is by far the best 3D fighting series. Excuse me, whether it's the control, the characters, I don't know what it is. It's just one I've always enjoyed, and I can still get a ton of enjoyment of going on there and just playing for a few hours, especially when I'm playing Jim and whooping his ass as Eddie Gordo or Brian Fury.
That's why you won't play me in Street Fighter, you prick.
Yeah, because that game is and you always play as a cheap character, so.
What cheap characters? I can beat you as any character.
No, you can't. You can't beat me as Zangief.
Fuck, I can't. I can beat you as Zangief.
No, you can't.
Oh, the fuck I can't.
But yeah, no, Street Fighter, that game I acknowledge.
Brian just doesn't like games where you have to hold back the block. That's all it is.
I do
he hates
hate
games
that.
like that.
Oh, I absolutely hate that. And I don't like games where you charge a power. Like I like more down, forward, or half circle, half circle. But if it's you got to hold back.
That's where it came from in Street Fighter.
No, I'm saying the whole hold back, like Guile's moves. I hate that.
No.
But no, my bigger problem
with the characters.
My biggest problem with Street Fighter is that it revolutionized fighting games without doubt, set the path forward, did yada yada yada. I played it a million times as a kid. I just kind of grew out of it, and since I'm not someone who's into competitive fighting games, it has no real replayability for me as a single player game because I've seen every ending a gazillion times. So for me, if I'm going to replay a game, I need something like at least a little different or something to work towards. So that's really all it is with Street Fighter with me.
Makes sense. And at least with the Tekken games, like I said, I love them too. And at least with the old ones, you could go through and unlock all the hidden characters by beating the game with every character. So there's that.
Yeah. So thank you, Bruno. We appreciate the question. It is another
Thank you, bud.
hard goddamn question. And